underneath the surface of your skin, spreading.
Good evening, welcome to teamfortress.tv. We have something a little different here for you tonight, but if you couldn't tell, I'm Marxist, and I've got Cornpop along here tonight, as well as Gabe on the camera. But Cornpop, tell me why tonight's a little different.
Well, tonight we're taking a break from the Froyotex and the Ascents of the world, and we're going down the ladder to the bottom of Invite, where 3 teams sit at a scoreline of 1 win, 7 losses. They've got this trifecta of winning going on here, and last time Sparkle Gang versus Black Swan happened, which is the 2 teams we're at right now, I believe the Sparkle Gang ended up on top. So with them under their belt, Black Swan are looking for a rematch. Again, both these teams are 1-7, that's it. And yeah, I don't know if either of these teams are going to be making playoffs, Marxist. I think we calculated it was technically possible, but they're going to have to put up quite a bit from what they've been doing the first half of the season.
Yes, basically, in order to make playoffs as either of these teams, they'll have to win pretty much every remaining match for the whole rest of the season. So tonight, one team will accomplish the first step in that goal of running the invite table, and the other team will not. Their season will essentially be over. However, you are correct. They have played each other already. They did so on Granary Pro, and the Sparkle Gang came away with a 4-3 win. So I think we'll run down the rosters now, though, as we're getting people in here. So Cornpop, I'll let you pick whichever team you prefer and let you tell us a story.
Well, I'll take the guys in the Sparkle Gang. They're going to have Split as their medic, Smitty's their demo man, Etney and June are their soldiers, while Stochastic and Lily, formerly, I believe that was Spamfest, are their scouts.
Indeed. And Stochastic, if you followed Highlander, you should be familiar with the Stochastic name. He's also been around in not Invite TF2, but in Sixes TF2 for quite a while. As have a litany of other players on Sparkle Gang. But on the other side, we've got Black Swan, which stars Mr. Slyn, the streaming medic, who's been around forever. Exile on demo, Mirror Man and Ether, or Ether, as the case may be, on Soldier, and then Midas and Jinx on Scout. And interestingly enough, Jinx has been he was just getting started when I was an established player, so Jinx has been around for quite some time as well.
Yeah, there's a lot of old names on these rosters, especially for like 2, I think, new to Invite teams. Certain there's players on these teams that have played an Invite before, but I don't think any of these full rosters have, so it'll be interesting. Obviously, they're still getting used to the Invite scene. Their scorelines reflect that. But I think we're going to get a good match between them. Obviously, as you said, it was 4-3 last time they played on Granary, so a close match there. I'm expecting another close match tonight. And even if they're not playing this season to win, it's nice not to get last. So that's probably the goal on these teams' minds, and this is going to be a major step in accomplishing that goal.
Yeah, and if you're into watching TF2 streamers, I'll just kick out for some of our lesser viewed streamers. I mean, obviously there's Mr. Slyn, yeah. But a lot of these other players stream as well, and although you might not think watching a team that's getting pummeled on the regular would be a good idea, it actually is a really educational experience. Because at some point, if you are yourself a player of this game, you're going to be on a team that struggles to win. And you can see what not to do, or what to do, as the case may be, to try to keep yourself afloat. And so I would encourage you to watch, and sometimes it ends up being great television. The old Blang Sean Bud Mighty Ducks streams were great, despite that team never winning a game.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's always a good time to be had watching TF2 streams, and if you're looking to get better, of course, as long as you're watching the right people, that's gonna happen just by watching the streams. Even if you're not like actively writing notes and studying every move, you're just gonna like absorb it subconsciously, and you're gonna get these tips and tricks ingrained into your mind. You'll learn how the players play, and assuming you're watching players that are better than you, that's gonna help you. So a lot of stuff, a lot of good reasons to watch TF2. It's 6-6 on the server though, Marxist. So we're going
Yeah,
live any second.
it's gonna
here.
happen, Cornpop. We'll see this match. So just keep this in mind as you watch. The team that wins tonight could theoretically still make playoffs. The team that loses, their season is essentially over. They got the little luau umbrellas in their drinks the rest of the season because they're just trying to see what's happening next season. Start that recruiting drive. Figure out how to cut your way to the top. Whatever is necessary. But we'll see. The previous game, all right, let's look at these stats. Warn me if we go live, because I want to see what happened the last time these two teams met. Who popped off? Oh, wow. So Jinxed had 51 frags on Granary, which is pretty good for a scout. His team lost anyways, and it appears that the soldiers of Sparkle Gang carried them to victory. I would believe there. Yes. So that is what I'm seeing. We had June do 300 damage a minute and get 40 frags. And secured not even the most amount of heals. So that was a roamer game going huge.
Yeah, been...
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say it would have been a good game to watch, and if you're interested, you can always look back on, well, not always, they do expire, but you can look back on old STVs and watch these games for yourselves. Again, that's going to help you, but also a lot of entertainment, especially in those close matches.
Oh, yeah, a 4-3 is usually worth looking at, unless there was a lot of staring at each other at mid. So, I don't know, I didn't watch the match, but the stat line tells me that sort of information. A lot of these players have been around a while. I know Exile's been playing demo forever. I know Mirror Man was somebody that a lot of people were talking about over the last few seasons. I've known Stochastic forever. I actually mentored his first team that tried to play sixes, and I think that was like season 13 or 14, and they ended up making IM. So they were no slouches, and they became Satan Take the Wheel. Because their team leader was the Pyromane Satan, who converted to Scout. But now, with these new unlocks, I'd be dialing up Satan's phone number right now.
Oh, absolutely. Pyro's coming back. 66 meta, just wait for it. Marxist, you clearly know these players pretty well, so I want to know what your opinion is. Who's going to win the match?
Well, if Sparkle Gang can figure out how to get their soldiers to go big like they did on Granary, which is a soldier map, I still believe it to be a soldier map. Process can be a very strong soldier map as well, so we'll see what happens there. I would say the advantage is that Slyn has played quite a bit of higher level TF2 and might be able to walk his team through tough situations, but that obviously wasn't the case on Granary. So, we'll see. Process can be pretty crazy if you are getting destroyed at mid and are helpless. Then that's pretty much the end of the game for you. You can lose every mid and still win as long as you're not getting crushed. But we'll see, because we're going live now. So it's going to be the Sparkle Gang on one side and Black Swan. Black Swan looking to avenge themselves, Cornpop, and set their way to running the table on Invite here tonight.
Yes, they will. Black Swan, Dawn in the Blue, over on the left side. They're going to be running a mid. Once again, here on Process, Week 5 of ESEA Invite Season 26. Exile and Smitty are going to be your demo mans, and it looks like Smitty's a bit faster by a decent margin, so he's managed to get some extra spam down because of that. Big bomb by Ether, going to make Smitty surf that one out. Nobody's gotten aggressive yet. As I say that, Mirror Man is going to go in deep. He's looking for the medic frag, but he's missing his rock because he's going to end up dying. June up on the crates is also almost in the same fate. He's going to just barely survive. Only one down so far in this middle, and it looks like most of Black Swan are getting out. Now, we did see Ether bomb, and he got the one frag onto Etney. Good job by him. They lose another one as they're backing off the second, but overall, not a super aggressive mid from either team, but it's going to be the Sparkle Gang in the end.
Yeah, Black Swan tried to go for a cohesion bomb there, where you call something and bomb deep, and then the whole rest of the team uses that distraction to move way up and have superior positioning. And that almost worked, except for the trouble was their pocket soldier that landed on top of the crates got shot down by a scout. And Ether was stuck behind, is taken out now. And that may bring about a suicide or a push. We'll see what the teams decide to do here. It's early yet, and these teams, I imagine, know each other, having played this before, and you don't want to lose to your rivals.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't seem like there's going to be a super aggressive response. We did see Lily get extremely low, but looks like he's alright for now. Still spamming over in this IT area. There might be a frag that goes down. Ether's gotten a little bit low, but overall, it doesn't look like anybody wanted to go in off that Ether pick. They got him in behind, so it's still just sitting back and forth. As you said, a lot on the line. Maybe not a lot on the line here, but certainly a close match. Both teams know it. Nobody wants to give up the first round because that could slip and slide into a momentum shift. Is June going for a bomb? Yes, she is. Coming in now, looking to get on Mr. Slin, and Mr. Slin does pop it up in the air. Doesn't want to eat that air shot and look like a fool, so June gets that force, but yeah, doesn't look like Black Swan's doing anything with it.
Yeah, and that actually is a great moment, too, because Slin tried to surf that rocket, but June either purposefully or accidentally missed that shot, which caused Slin to just go straight up in the air about 3 feet off the ground, which is exactly what you want to do every time when you bomb the Metis roamer. So it was textbook perfection. And now they've got this easy Uber-in situation as long as nothing bad happens. No, and he's going to get dropped. Medic doesn't turn around fast enough in Split. Split, by the way, who's played just about every class there is now going to have to put up with Mirror Man, but Mirror Man's going to fall. Gets an awful spawn timer based on his attack there, but it doesn't matter. Slin has been building diligently and will have Uber here, so I don't think we can see the a sally into last here.
Yeah, it was great positioning for Black Swan to not lose too many in that. They popped it off now, and they're doing a good job wrapping around. You can see they're cutting all the players off. They're going to get Etney, Split, Lily, all going to end up going down. We got one counter frag over on Exile, but otherwise, I mean, Black Swan did a great job pushing out. Would have liked to see a little more passive play from the Sparkle Gang. They're going to pay for that 3 down.
Yeah, Sparkle Gang, their position, you can't stand on the point when you're down like that on this map. Process Last is one of the easier lasts to get off of, unless you're playing against Sam, and then he'll backcap you every time. But Sam isn't in this match, so you're free to go. And that will result in Slin having a sizable Uber advantage, because Split did die there. Split, I believe, started as a demo player, and has just kind of kicked around to a lot of other classes, and settling now on Medic and Invite.
Yeah, well, it's good being adaptable, being able to conform to whatever role your team needs. I think Black Swan are coming in through sewer. They're jumping up now, dealing some damage, still pushing forward here. Looks like they want to pop it off. There they go. They're going to pop it onto Jinx. It's a solo scout Uber that they're still running forward with. They're not going to find the medic, and actually they don't find anything at all, Mark. So there's a player behind. They're going to get June in the end, but not a great pop by them. They're going to have Uber disadvantage, so we're going to see the enemy team push out right away. They've already got it popping off onto Stochastic. Another solo scout Uber, and another failed Uber that's not getting anything done.
Yeah, when you're coming in on Uber advantage like that, there is no problem with just charging in to try to get things done. They are trying to counter-aggress here, making their way through choke. They are 1 pick up so far. They managed to get Smitty, which is the big news, and that will push them completely out of here. Etney is behind again, is going to pick up 1 player, but is not going to accomplish anything else here. So Slin and his boys now are holding on to with a huge Uber advantage. We'll see. Note they're going to run Cookie Cutter into this and just push it straight up, I think.
Stochastic's up on heavy, going to be trying to counter the pop that's about to come in. Here they go, Soldier and a Scout Uber. They're going to get Demo and Medic down very low pretty quickly here. Jinx is going to end up going down finally. There we go, Split does die, and the heavy up top is eating a bit of spam. Mr. Slin's in a lot of trouble, completely disconnected, does get taken down by a rocket. Etney gets that frag, so 4 alive still on the blue team, pushing in. Black Swan, they're looking to get some frags. They got the heavy in the end. Soldier up in the air, good fight by Smitty. Manages to hit that one. He's going to put that in the frag video, but it's only Jinx alive on this attacking team, and he's all the way back at spawn, so not a successful push in the last, but good effort.
Yeah, that was a tough last to push because Jinx ended up coming in right off the Uber and getting dropped. You don't want to have your not Ubered scout run in right behind your Uber, because they will die uselessly. And as a result, the sticks were never cleared on the point, and Smitty kind of didn't have anything to damage, nor did the soldiers. Everything was all spread out. But they are looking at pushing further still yet. Stochastic is all the way in here on mid, but he's going to think against it. And we're going to see some cow mangler shenanigans not come to anything. And Ubers are going to even out here. I can tell you for Sparkle Gang, Split and Stochastic are pretty much the main callers there. So you'll see orchestrated pushes from Split, and then your transition plays are Stochastic. So I've watched those streams. So
Marx has got that inside knowledge. Watch the stream, kids. You'll understand the games better. Everything will be good. Big bomb in now from Ether. Get on that second point. Really just trying to find some players. Looks like he's going to find June, and June takes him down. So just a second from Ether. We'll see what the response is on the side of Sparkle Gang. It might be June coming up, jumping over on this choke point area, but nobody really wants to commit. Now we see Lily running straight in towards Mr. Slin. Does get piped down by Exile. Got some damage down, but not really hoping to accomplish a lot there. Even a charge shot is going to be a scout, but he's fine for now, and they're just sitting still on their mid.
yeah, and one of the upsides to sacking in your scout is they come back with a crit buff ready to deploy, but Smitty's going to get taken out here by Mirror Man, and that's going to change the whole world, because there's no demo here at this choke. So all you need to do is heal up as the Swans and just get in here. You're free to slow push, but they keep standing against the wall and taking splash damage from rockets. So that makes it more difficult, and they end up passing on that opportunity. A demo down, no push, so a little scary there. Kind of. Still, we're playing tight here. We don't want to lose.
Yeah, disappointing. They definitely had an advantage that they could have pushed off of, but they're gonna play it safe. I guess they want something better. There's still 7 minutes on like the round clock, so not a big deal. They're gonna send Ether in, and again, not getting anything at all. Gets taken down, but here we see June going for the counter sack and getting a little bit more damage down on Mr. Slin than his counterpart did, but not enough for the frag. One soldier down on each side, just standard sacks, Marxist.
Yeah, and again, June with the missed first rocket, which put Slin nowhere, but unfortunately June didn't have enough rockets left to take that second shot. But we are on to the med here in Split,
Wow.
and he's going to have to pop. Jinx is going to die for it, but that is an effective sack. The counter Uber comes in. Well orchestrated, players pushing for both Choke and Al-Qaeda door, and they are all up in there. Whoa, Split's going to go down to Mirror Man. An air shot's gonna come down on June from Exile, excuse me. More bombs coming in though, trying to get that Mr. Slin, but he's too slippery. I think it's all those bananas, and now he is going to head into last against 4 players.
Slindini leading his team into the enemy team's last. Big bomb in by the soldier. Looks like Mirror Man does get taken down. Not a great bomb. Stochastic, he ate a pipe, but he's still alive, and he's gonna eat an arrow from his team. So this is not a successful push in the last. Ooh, and it looks like Midas is gonna get caught out. There's a scout pistoling him. Does he live? Does he live? Oh, Midas somehow sneaks his way out of there. I'm not sure how, but they're still sitting back on second, and Sparkling might be inclined to push out. They're pretty passive on the side of Black Swan, but it looks like now they're going to re-aggress. They see the Sparkling aren't going to come out onto this, and obviously Split going down, that's going to be the main reason. Mr. Slim's at 100% Uber advantage, Marxist.
Yeah, Mirror Man jumped into 2 scouts, which is not advisable, and accomplished nothing. And then to make up for it, Ether managed to kill Split, which is now what put them in this position to push. They are going against the level 2 7th player. Nothing happens, but they are running the strat, and they have a heavy up here who is going to throw everything away, and that's going to result in a wipeout. They ran the secret strat minus a sniper, subbing in for NG, and it results in not a single player dying. So that's technique.
Yeah, Slin's trying to get out right now with Midas, and it looks like they're both going to live. I was a little worried, but Slin did a good job of separating from his scout so he could go in that safer position to get out over through IT. He's not going to die there, and now we see Split with the big Uber advantage, and Ether's up on Sniper, so look out for him because he's going to be in that forward spawn aiming at this choke. If he comes out right now, he can get a shot, and he's coming out, but Split is behind that rock, and I don't think they even saw him open that shutter door. Oh, there they did. Now they see him. So he's not going to be able to get that shot off. Unfortunate for him. The rest of his team has backed off. They were on second. Nobody ended up dying in that exchange, but middle point is going to get traded over, and they don't look like they're done yet. It is 100% from Mr. Slin, and they're going to go popping really aggressively. A solo Uber on Stochastic. Here comes the counter pop from Slin. Now some of the enemy team's players are getting in. June bombs in, but does die to Exile. Now we see the counter push coming in from Black Swan. They want to get some ground off this. They're going to get Stochastic, but they're losing 2, and I'm not sure this is what they want, but they're getting some good damage. Smitty's extremely low in a pistol fight against Midas. He's going to lose that one, but from behind, Etney's actually doing a lot of work here. Does get taken out in the end. A lot of damage, but nobody there to follow up on it. Looks like Split's going to get out, but middle point going to go in the favor of Black Swan.
Yeah, that's the most fluid fight we've seen all night, and there were some miscues over for the Sparkle gang that resulted in players throwing themselves into Uber things, and that usually doesn't work. But the Swans come out on top of big shots come down actually from June, and that's going to change the game because Stochastic just runs in there and picks up a garbage frag real quick, and now everything is turned upside down, and that will be the end of the Swans trying to push at all. And we'll see. I think they're buffing Etney here. There may be a bomb. We already have Lily in, and the bomb comes in as a secondary play. They're gonna just pop Uber off of it, which I like. That's, you know, that changes things up a little bit. We've got a bit of a European strat here. The bomb comes in from June. That would have worked perfectly if it had happened about a second and a half later in time.
Yeah, in the end, it does look like Sparkle Gang are getting to the most ground off this, but the fighting's not over yet. Still spam back and forth, back and forth. A lot of rockets, a lot of pipes being thrown across the map. Ether doesn't look like he wants to give it up just yet. Most of his team are kind of in a position to back out if they need to, but they're not committing to that yet. And now they're pushing forward once again. They seem to have gotten the better end of this damage deal, and Ether in the back lines gets taken down. Jinx finds the cleanup frag onto Smitty, though, so that's a demo man down. That's certainly going to secure them the midpoint. They're not going to lose it to the enemy teams. The Sparkle Gang are sitting back onto their second. The question is here, Marxist, are the Swans going to come in through sewer and push right in on the second point? They are in position to. Are they just faking it, though? I think they're not committing.
I think they were going for the pick onto Etney there. He was kind of exposed, and they more or less double bombed him, but were unable to kill the 300 health soldier. And now the Ubers are going to be deployed. Another fight over choke. Will anyone die? Etney is going to be left behind to die, but it doesn't matter. Miraman's going to bomb in, get taken out. And now they're moving in through the death zone. Stochastic is going to be taken out. A huge bomb. There is a flanking soldier now. And that will be Ether picking up another frag. So 3 down for Sparkle Gang. Ether does get taken out by Smitty, though, as he's trying to run around.
I feel like it's just this big ball of Swans that keeps pushing forward and taking down these isolated Sparkle Gang players. That's kind of what happened in that last fight there, Marxist, and because of it, they ended up losing their second. Now it is even Uber charges, and June's on Spy. I'm not sure if that's real. He's just sitting in spawn right now, but interesting exchange nonetheless, and seems like Black Swan have more or less been in control of this game throughout the entire time. Ether is up on Spy, and this one is real. He's actually come out of his spawn door, so we'll see what he's looking to do, get into last and deal some damage, but that's going to be the play as they attempt to get into this point and score their first round.
Yep, and we'll see here, because the Spy play here is nice in that there's only one shutter door, really, to bypass. So there's that, at least, but we'll see what way Ether decides to go. Oh, there's a soldier blocking the way. We'll see. Oh, he got unlucky. You don't... Spy Class 101, that corridor is really tight. And you're gonna get discovered. So we'll see what Ether decides to do here. Sometimes players will go back to do a sack and go back to spawn or something to throw them off, or they'll just try to get back in anyways, even though the Spy class is already discovered. Interestingly enough, there is a sentry sitting right on the point. That's kind of, you usually don't see it in that spot.
Oh, they're almost, he's almost bumped Stochastic like 4 times. He's gonna decloak though, and he's seemingly going for the demo, but Etney turns around and is able to get that frag. So Spy just sacks in, ends up dying in the end. He got spotted out, which is unfortunate. They were certainly checking for him. Here comes the counter sack. It's going to be Etney, but he took a lot of damage getting in, and everybody's so far back. They were expecting that. Midas takes him down. Jinx runs in as well, gets shot by the sentry gun a bunch, and Stochastic shoots him, but at least they know where that gun is now. Not even done with the sacking. Stochastic coming in. Finally, Exile pipes him down, but I think that's 2 players on each side that just ran in, Marxist.
Yeah, you can run sort of a rolling sack here, especially with that sentry gun up. You can afford to go 1 player down relative for like 3 to 4 seconds, which is all that accomplished there. So maybe you force Slin and get out of this terrible situation that you're in. So that's a good defensive strategy. Stochastic actually on the Spy, I think checking for off classes, but the interesting thing here is there are none. Usually they just switch to Sniper at this point. Mirror Man is going to go in. Maybe it's the case that Mirror Man is the go-to sniper. As a counter sack comes in, Stochastic lives a long time, almost kills Ether, but and does quite a bit of damage to Jinx as well. But nothing doing off of that.
Mirror Man, though, is coming up on Sniper just as you predicted, Marxist. He, at least in this situation, is the go-to, so that's their strategy. And I always like it when the soldier player is the best sniper on the team, because then you can run a sniper while still having 2 scouts. And scout, obviously a very powerful class that's going to help you quite a lot. We see now, watch Mirror Man peeking in this left-hand side. Stochastic's on Spy, so they're going to know. They know now that there is a sniper, but they don't know where just yet. He's in a really aggressive spot. Oh, is he going to get that? No, that's such a tight angle. I would be very surprised if he got that one.
Yeah, we'd have a new sniper hero, and he's gonna turn a corner and die. But yeah, the heavy soldier to off class is nice, because if you're a team that relies on scout caps to blow the sticks off of last points, you can't do that when you run an off class on your scout. So otherwise it's pretty good. We do have a push coming out here. They're going to pop it off, so we're gonna have this Uber exchange now, but strangely enough they run away. There was no sentry at last anymore, so they could have tried to press their advantage there in that they were clear at the back and have a better spawn timer. But no doing. They're re-pushing now, though. Exile's going to pick up a frag, but it's going to be turned around right away. Exile's going to get another frag. Ether's going to get some more. Exile will get yet another frag onto the medic. So going huge there for his team is Exile. Pretty much wiping the floor with the Sparkle Gang. We'll see if any spawn camp shenanigans occur. They are. So we've got a demo on the right. Usually they go to the right. And they're locked in here, but nobody's capping because Etney took them off. Is now going to finally die, but it screwed up the whole system there.
Yeah, it was that Jinx versus Etney 1v1 over on that second point. I really don't like the way Jinx played it. Ended up just giving up the high ground. You could argue that's what he had to do, but after that, he never really recovered. He was winning the fight before that, so that's going to call the team back. They're going to get it eventually, obviously, but Etney did a really good job winning that 1v1 and managing to save the last for his team. But it might not be saved yet. Mr. Slim pops it off and they're running forward. There's an engineer and a heavy. Gun level 2, they got to look out for. There goes the gun. Heavy's still at about 75% HP. Up in the top right-hand side, but he's eating a lot of spam. Now, Split did go down, so they've got this medic frag. They have a couple of options with what they can do here. They haven't gotten any other frags other than the sentry gun and the medic, but they still want to keep pushing. The Uber is long gone. We see scouts just tempting this point. They want the demo to dead or something, but really, it doesn't look like much is happening at all. Everybody's just staying back and spawn, and they don't want to grab this point, so it looks like they're just going to back off. Once again, those Marxists, they're going to have Uber advantage.
Yeah, you have to touch the point to win, and when you just stand and spam at each other, the defensive team can go into the spawn room and get help, and if you don't kill them when they're low, that's what they'll do, and if you don't cap while they're in spawn, then you will not win. So here we go. We're going to get a Smitty frag right to start. It looks like we're going to get another soldier here. Yep, and the sentry will go down. Lily didn't have enough time to take care of it. Exile, though, pivotal frag there is going to go down. They're all over the point. Nobody can stop it. Not enough players. And finally, the first round is over. The evil Black Swans take the first round. And we have 9 minutes left in the half, so that was a 20-minute round.
20 minutes, a lot of back and forth though, really enjoyable to see. It looks like Exile's going to be a little bit slow once again, Smitty beating him just a bit here on this mid. Nobody getting super aggressive just yet. June's taking the enemy team's pack, but going to back off after that and not going to push his luck. Mirror Man's going to be the first real bomb in, but he's getting counterbombed. June up top does get that frag onto him. Now Ether following up, does get the frag onto the medic, so with no more split on the field, this is going to be Heal's advantage with Mr. Slin almost made it out alive, but no, gets taken down by Sarcastic in the end. And it looks like this fight is kind of being turned around. I think it's a 2v2 here, Marxist. It's going to be a 1v1 in the end. Ether taking on Lily. Scout versus Soldier, jumping around. A nice direct from Ether. Lily having to back off, get that HP pack, and we're gonna see respawns coming in very shortly here. Ether deciding he wants to back off, finds his friend Mirror Man. Haven't given up just yet, but Lily has this high ground and they're not looking to take that fight right now.
Yeah, if Ether had a shotgun, could have won that fight. But here we are, can't win that fight once the scout starts hopping around on props. A nice direct, which could have been translated into more damage if he had other means, but rockets are hard. So Stochastic is going to fall immediately to this push. Lily's going to go down 2. They're going to lose Etney as well, so they're falling apart now. They may keep this rolling as well, but I think they're content to cap. No, June's going to get stuck behind. Trade out for Mirror Man, the Roamer special. But we're going to see Black Swans on second soon. Here they are. Split is actually exposed there, is not currently healing anyone. Unfortunately, that seems to have not been communicated, and so they don't press that advantage. So here we are resetting. Mirror Man, though, interestingly, coming out as Spy. We'll see. These are the kinds of times where Spy really works for me, because nobody's really expecting the Spy treatment right now. It's even better if it's a transition time, but we'll see. They're going to run a sewer play and try to get that distraction, Cornpop.
Yeah, meanwhile, the Spy's working his way in through IT. They're still fighting over on the sewer side, and Spy doesn't have a lot of options right now. June did go in behind through IT, and now he's going to be over by Choke. Ends up just dying. The team goes back for him, and they're going to get that frag. So, not a lot happening in that. June looked for an opportunity, but wasn't able to find it. Mirror Man is getting in position, however, and he's seeing the back. It's going to be a bomb in by Ether right at the same time. Mirror Man decloaks. He's getting behind the medic and gets that frag on the split. Beautifully executed. Soldier and Spy coordination. Going to get those frags they needed to get, at least on the split. They lost both the players. They sacked for it, but a 2-for-1 getting the med, that's exactly what you want.
Yeah, and the trouble here for the Swans, though, is that they've got soldiers coming back. But no one's going to press them. So the issue is, when your soldiers are coming back, neither of them now have crit seals, and they actually have a discussion over who gets the little pumpkin pie tin there. So, and that's the kind of stuff you want going on when you're trying to do a desperation push, but they don't take advantage. And now they're going to be bullied out. Lots of spam coming down. Jinx may present a frag, but they're not going to take it. And we'll see. This Uber is full for Slin. They had good success last round with the full Uber push-in. We'll see. Can Split get it in time?
Splits it 80% as the pops coming out of Mr. Slin. They're going to get Etney down very low. Takes him out really early. That's good for them. They need to continue that, though. Need to keep getting these frags. They're clearing the sticks off the points. They haven't lost anybody, which is good. There's still a heavy in the form of Lily, taking a lot of damage, but eating those arrows, so he's going to be okay for now. Jinx standing over on that point, and the pop is going to come out of Split, and that should be the end of the push. Slin's a little caught out, but Slin Dini is going to end up making its way, making a great escape. 2 soldiers up in the area up top, but it looks like Mirror Man's going to go down in Ether as well. Still fighting over this point. They want to get it. They got a lot of time, but they pushed their luck too far, Marxist, and Slin's going to have to run out with Midas.
Black Swan is super timid on this last, and it has cost them several last pushes. So they just kind of stand there. There's not a lot of direction or strategy behind what they're trying to do, because they let Split get Uber there. Normally in those scenarios you sell out for the med and try to stop that Uber from ever becoming a factor. But now the Uber is going to come in here. Smitty's going to go down. So's June. Ether will trade out as well for it. But we'll see. There are 2 Sparkle Gang members stuck in the sewer. It is the combo. A shotgun kill out of Etney, though. It's gonna save the day, but he wishes he had that at mid the last time. Gonna fight the scout, uses the shotgun temporarily, but then goes back to the rockets to take out Jinxed.
A lot of fights all over the place. Lily way over on the enemy team second, takes down Midas, still running around, and I was gonna say it was a really good flank play by the Black Swan. They completely wrapped around the entire enemy team's combo with their own combo, went in through sewer and got right behind them, but weren't able to find that med frag, which is a little surprising that they couldn't get the frag on a split. Some great pocket play coming out of Etney as well, so with that, it seems like they're still alive and they're going to be pushing into the second point. Black Swan on the back foot. Ether going for this bomb in, not getting anything that he wants to find. Lily takes him down, and with that, I think Black Swan are done with the shenanigans. They're 25% down, so they're going to have it if the enemy team wants to push this last. I say that, they're already going second, not even capped yet. Taking out that sentry gun as soon as they can, just running into it with Stochastic. Now Jinx is up on heavy, and they're already getting time on point. That's exactly what they need to do, but here comes the Uber charge, and that's going to make it a lot harder to cap this point. Juno gets the frag on the heavy right before he can make back on the spawn, but now he's in some stickies. Watch for Etney, gets on that point, but gets off of it right afterwards and gets pistoled down by Midas. So this is going to be a successful hold, just barely. Almost had that one, but still backing off. Sparkle Gang not going to get this one.
Yeah, and Etney there had a nice shot onto Smitty to kind of clear, or not onto Smitty, onto Exile to kind of clear that out a little bit. I think that's why they repushed as aggressively as they did there. But at the end of the day, not much doing. The Uber advantage still lies with the Sparkle Gang since they popped super early. But I don't think they're going to rush this fast enough. You really want to be in before you even get it if you're going to press this. They're actually going to try, it looks like. But they are approaching this in the slowest possible way. So this is just a straight up Uber v Uber fight. We are now living in Europe.
They still haven't popped it off, and they dropped their medic. Split went down to a pipe. I didn't even catch it till a couple seconds after, but with that, it's going to be 100% Uber charge for Slid. Of course, he pops it off. They get so many frags. It's only Stochastic alive, and he doesn't have a chance in hell. Jinx takes him down, and with a full ace coming out of that last push, disastrous for the Sparkle Gang.
Yeah, that's a scenario where if I were Split, I would just hate being alive because when you're gonna just go in for the Uber, I think their thought there was that the round timer might be pretty short, so press your advantage while you've got it. You need to just use the Uber. You need to use it with a lot of intentionality and not try for the slow roll and just try to win the after Uber chaos fight. But they tried to go at it slow, and Split didn't know what to do and ended up eating a pipe in a tiny room.
Now they pop their Uber charge off Black Swan, and they're going to catch out Split really early, get shot out of the air by a scout. Good job being able to take down the medic as soon as they could. Now they're pushing forward. They're getting so many frags, 3 already. They only lost 1. Rest of the players over on Sparkle Gang are pretty passive. They're going to be able to make it back out to last. But again, it's going to be Uber ad for Slin. Now, I'm not sure what the clock's looking like, but I think they just want to go as fast as they can. They still haven't gotten these respawns, and they get the demo man, so this should be a point for them. They just need to stand on it, get these people stuck in spawn, and that's going to be exactly what they do. 2-0 as we go. We might be going to the second half. It's got to be soon here, Marxist.
Yeah, we'll see how well our internal clocks are working.
42
we have 42 seconds. There we go.
Yeah.
So once you've casted this game long enough, you know exactly how much time has passed. So we'll see what kind of garbage stats can be accrued here. June is bombing in as hard as you can and gets the frag. There we go. That's what I like to see. Why don't we run that strat to mid? And we'll see what sort of chaos occurs now. Will a medic get a frag? It appears not.
No.
So I think that'll probably be the last frag we see, because it looks like Split doesn't want to try to get a K on the KD.
Hey, June's still coming up over on the second point. Wants that med frag. No, not gonna get it in time. It ends up dying to Mirror Man. So 2-0, that's the scoreline at the end of the first half, and it's looking pretty similar to the scoreline we saw over on their first match on Granary, except the roles are kind of reversed. Last one, it seemed, I mean, it didn't go to 5. That's pretty uncommon in North America. So for them to have a 4-2 match there, now it's only 2-0. They didn't get to 3 at the end of this half. You've got a rule, Marxist, but this team, the last time these two teams faced, it didn't seem to be the case.
Yes, indeed. Unless it was like 1-1 at the half, we can't know.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, I
you're
mean,
right.
actually, we could, but I don't want to go back to that page. So we're gonna check out the stats here. Keep an eye on things for me, Cornpop, because they may just ready up right away on us. So despite my aping on Mirror Man about ineffectual bombs, doing 331 DPM presently on the Roamer class, Jinxed is at 276, and those are your leaders for DPM over on the Black Swans. For Sparkle Gang, the top two in damage are June and Etney. So the soldiers doing what they do, playing very strong TF2, just not quite strong enough to win these rounds as of yet. We've had 2 drops out of Split, who has significantly fewer Ubers than Slyn, who has not run crits. Slyn has 17 Ubers, no drops. Split has 9 2 drops.
Jeez.
He's died 11 times. Slyn has died 3 times. So that's the big difference maker, is we are losing Split a lot. And Mr. Slyn is just slipping away on his banana peels and cannot be fragged. We do. The med picks, 2 have come from Etney and 1 from Stoke, and that's it. However, Mirror Man has killed Split 5 times, which is a pretty good night for the Roamer class.
Absolutely. I would not have expected those medic stats if you hadn't just told them to me, because 17 Uber charges to 9, that's huge. 11 deaths to 3, that's huge. 2 Uber charge drops to 0. I mean, we saw those, but still, that's definitely a discrepancy, and that's gonna hurt their play. Man,
I mean,
Go
what
ahead.
it comes down to is how poorly Black Swan are pushing last.
Yeah.
Is with that stat line, you should be winning this very easily, and they're not because they can't push last.
It's unfortunate for them because they seem stat-wise to be a better team. I will say for the Sparkle Gang, I would have expected this, and looking at the stats just confirms it. Etney's certainly been going hard for their team, almost hitting that 300 DPM. He top damage, top fragged, and he didn't even take that many extra heals. I mean, how could he? Split was dead half the game, but only taken like 2,600. You look on the other side, Exile's taken 3,000, Mirror Man's at 2,900. So, he's doing a lot of work for what he's being given, and I appreciate that out of him. But I think mostly it's just his team needs to step it up, and obviously, I mean, the medic has to stop dying.
Yeah, well, and it's not specific. Split, the only one I'll specifically blame Split for was right at the start of the game when he was standing on Spire on 2 and got taken out when they Ubered out. That was his fault.
Mm-hmm.
But everything else, it's a lot of team play. When I would mentor medic players, a lot of it's just the way your team is playing. And if you're doing pushes in such a way that your med gets caught out, then that's a team problem and not necessarily the med, because you can't just yoink yourself out without telling anybody. So we'll see. I have been impressed by some of June's technique on Roamer. I'd say that, that's the strong point of the Sparkle Gang. Even though I've known Stoke forever, don't take it personal. The soldiers on Sparkle Gang are playing really well tonight. They just need their team cohesion to back them up. Black Swan is, I mean, it's not as pretty of a win as you would like to this point. All they need to do is fix their last pushes, and they're fine. They're winning this 3-0.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, I see a lot of room for improvement for both these teams. You can tell that just as long as they play the rest of the season, they don't just die like week 6. These teams are going to get a lot better. And if they continue throughout multiple seasons, I could see these guys climbing invite and getting up as high as they wish to go. For now, this isn't a bad match against each other, but they both have a lot they can look back on in this match. Even Black Swan, as you said, their last pushes have not been glamorous. They have been rough. And really, I think if either of these teams were better teams, they could easily be winning this match.
Well, really?
Yeah, I know what you're saying, but I mean, it sounded stupid, but you get what I'm saying? These teams are making a lot of mistakes on both sides.
Yeah, I will agree with that. Deep thoughts with Cornpop. But, yeah, so here we are. that's more or less what I'm seeing. A lot of it is with invite. There's a huge culture shock when you come because a lot of the sort of habits that you have developed don't work anymore. And so what you've always done in the past has suddenly ceased to work, and your mind is blown and you don't know what to do. And you would see that a lot. The players who got victimized by it most were roamers who had played in open for a while and then got put on a top IM team back in the day. Like I have never seen someone's spirit and joy be just sucked out of them so quickly as when I would see friends go through that, where they were like, you know, they were an up and comer, good roamer and open, and then they'd get some IM team that's near the top would need a roamer. And so they'd pick them, and it would just be like the most miserable experience because every player you're playing against is way better than what you're used to. They don't fall for your stupid tricks because they know you can hide on top of that lamp and so on and so forth. And it's just a nightmare. And I think there's a lot of adaptation for players on both of this. I mean, you pointed out one time when Jinx seeded high ground for no reason and died. Mm-hmm. And those are things you could get away with against worse players that you just instinctually do, and now you're being broken of that.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of like one of the things you can see when you have two of these teams that are both in the same position in that way. Like, when they go up against the Techs and even, I mean, the Faint Gamings, the Velocities, the mid-invite teams, it's a big culture shock, but when they're going up against each other, it can be a little bit more balanced, and they can use these strats that might work a bit better on each other.
But hey, here we are going live, so enough with our pointless talk. We are currently watching the Black Swans, who I will call evil, because if you've ever met a swan, they're not nice creatures. Leading 2-0 in the red against the Sparkle Gang, the anime crew, over in blue.
Exchanges of spam early on this mid, nobody getting aggressive. Just as I say that, Mirror Man is going to fake a bomb. Looked to get aggressive, just kind of jumped around, and June's eating a lot of damage. Ends up getting the frag in the end over on a Mirror Man, so 5v6 at the moment. We'll see how Black Swan actually want to continue with this. Ether took a lot of damage, does go down, and we see the scouts on the medic, and actually a nice meat shot. Jinx is able to get that one on a split, so right at the end of the mid-fight here, going to be able to save it for his team with Mr. Slin staying alive, 90% already. It's going to be tough. There's already a lot of players over on second, but at least they have this Uber advantage as they're sitting back in their rollout.
Yeah, they just got caught on the wrong side of the mid there, and that, you know, it's not a good thing to do. They are getting pushed out though, because Slin, right, he has got this Uber, manages to escape, is pulling back in. And with this Uber, they're just totally running away. I would have expected stiffer resistance on second. My thinking, Cornpop, is pop them on second, retreat to the back end of mid, repush with your spawns. But instead, they don't force and just give up mid. And Etney is on heavy, standing on the spire. This is my life dream.
Mirror Man goes for that bomb, but you can't when there's 300 health standing on top of the point. They popped it off, and they're trying to get forward onto Split, but he's back behind that shutter already. It looks like the Heavy did get taken down, but he did his job. He denied the bombing soldier, and with June actually all the way in the back lines, I didn't even notice him, but he's causing some havoc. The entire team has to go back to take him down, and he gets Slin anyways. How is Slin positioned poorly like that? He goes down, Split gets forced, but it doesn't even matter because they're getting all these frags. Marxist, they're going to get exactly what they want, chasing the remaining players in through sewers, and it looks like the one scout is still going to get caught out. Jinx, is he making it back? All right, everybody's backing off, but
I am smiling ear to ear. Mainly because that's been a strategy of mine since time began, which was if you start to lose, bring out a Heavy. And immediately the Heavy gets 2 frags because they do a careless bomb without looking. Blow! Heavy blows you up on Spire. They ignore the Heavy because they can't even see it. In some sort of weird Dadaist realm, they just believe there's no Heavy there. Bypass it, let the Heavy kill a scout. Now, your medic gets killed at the end of it all. And Ubers are even. That Heavy totally flipped this whole game around. for Sparkle Gang. It put the momentum back in their hands. Even though Ubers are now even, they were looking down and out. We're down 2 rounds, lose our med at mid, get the re-push coming in. It was looking dark, and the heavy was the light.
The light to push back the Black Swans, the evil Black Swans, as you've been calling them, Marxists. Now they're sitting on seconds. One of the few times they've been on the back foot in this match. Still spamming back and forth, and really it's going to be up to the middle point team, the Sparkle Gang, to do something in this situation. Send a sack, and it looks like they're sending a couple buff players in through IT, and they just push forward, and Lily gets a frag on Ether. Still running forward on Mr. Slin and gets a second one. Lily, what are you even doing? Finally goes down to Mirror Man, but just runs forward. Nobody's stopping the scout. That's going to be huge. The rest of his team's coming in through choke now. There's a couple players in behind. There is that back cap on mid they got to look out for, but I think they stacked a second point. They don't care at all. Mirror Man's going to try to block it, but he's being thrown up in the air. The scouts are juggling him. He does get the force out of split, and that's not going to be able to do a solid point. Jinx still back there, but at least they got the Uber force. Great play in the end by Lily. Holy.
Yeah, and that scared split popped there, and the only player to Uber was a scout, and it almost caused a back cap to go down, but still, things are going strongly in their favor. Split does die there, but they are getting the frags here. Lily is popping off, energized by the strength of that heavy. In comes the bomb. They're all over Slin. Slin's going to go down again. This demo's going to die as well. Etney is in here. Ooh, Lily's going to get destroyed by Mirror Man, as you recall from the halftime stats. Very strong game so far from Mirror Man. But yeah, they just ran in on Slin there and killed him, right? 2 times in a row.
Yeah, I don't know what happened with Slim because he was playing so well that first half. Now he's slipping. I don't know if it's just getting to his head or what, but I mean, regardless, they're no longer on the. I mean, they managed to get out of that last point at least, so they're on their second point. Slight Uber disadvantage, although as I'm looking at it, it's not relevant, so who cares? They're going to be okay. The momentum train somewhat has stopped, but again, it's still somewhat in the Sparkle Gang's favor, and they are up 2 rounds. They still have probably like over 20 minutes to play with. So slow and steady, they're going to find 2 eventually, and they keep pushing in on this last second point. It doesn't really matter. They have all the time in the world. They can keep sending in sacks.
Yep. And we can even this out now that with both Ubers, but as we saw last time around, they just ran and killed Slin, took the Uber away. We'll see here. Slin is pretty open right now, but they're actually going to go for the demo and get Exile. Are they going to get out? No, June is not able to get out. That would have been huge if June was able to get out. We have seen before, the Sparkle Gang has chosen not to push off of this, and I was very sad. So we'll see what they do here. They're coming. Maybe. They're going about as slowly as you can. There we go. There's the Uber exchange. June is finally going to come back. Standing strong as Etney right at choke is just going to reload, rebomb, and go in here.
They're still spamming, trying to jump around. Nobody's died, just as Stochastic gets taken down by a pipe from Exile. So it looks like they're on the retreat, and it's not going great for them. Watch out, there's still a scout in here as well. Jinx trying to pressure them back. Jinx does get taken down in the end by Lily, and it seems like Split and the gang are going to be okay. Watch out for June, though. Over on the second point, get thrown into the air by Ether, and he's winning the Soldier 1v1. More players have to come back to deal with June, and Mirror Man's going to be able to get that frag, but that's allowed his team to retake control over this middle point, so that's great for them. Soldiers collide mid-air, and Mirror Man is eating a lot of damage because of it. Finally pistol down by Lily, Stochastic piped as well, so that's 2 down on the side of Sparkle Gang, only 1 from Black Swan, as they're going to be able to use this player ad, take this middle point. A lot of back and forth, but I think they've got it.
Yeah, Stoke has gone for Exile twice now, and he's just got his number. I don't know what's going on with it, but that Exile is just blowing him away. Now we are watching a situation where Mirror Man has come up on Spy. There is a bit of a push coming out in the death zone there, and Ether is going to go down. So we'll see here, but maybe that's just some kind of confusion to get Mirror Man in here. Mirror Man is cloaking there, but unfortunately we're going to watch June die as well. So we'll see. I think they're trying to bait them in here, maybe even, to get the Spy all the way behind or something.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It might have even just been like soldier sacks, honestly, just standard. Makes it seem a little less like you have a spy. It doesn't seem like they're too worried about it, although they are. Splits turn around every few seconds, so they're at least cautious. I don't think they saw him, but they have it on their mind. They don't want to get cut out by a spy. Of course, there's already been one backstab this game. Here we see the soldier bomb in. Ether's getting right in on the medic, and Mirrorman decloaked the exact same time, but nobody saw him, I don't think. Okay, I think Lily did see him. He didn't get anything done. He just cloaked back away because the soldier was able to do the job, force that medic off, and Mirrorman's still in the back lines. We see them try to push in this middle point. They really want to get Mr. Slin to pop, but they're all so far back, they can't do anything about that. Now we see they've backed off. There's a scout here on middle point, and he wants to get on Mr. Slin. He's going to get that force. Great positioning by Lily. They're not going to get anything other than the scout frag with this uber charge. They try to bomb forward, and there's actually a soldier who's hiding in sewers. He gets the spy frag. Props to him. Ends up going down for that. Not sure that was worth your life, but he's going to get anyways. And look at this great positioning from Jinx, and it's going to be the pipe actually that takes down Split. Excellent work by the Demo Man, and they're just cleaning up on these blue players. Ether with a big bomb takes down the Demo Man. Lots of damage on a Geo before dying. This should be Black Swan taking control, but they still don't have a lot of players themselves. A lot of guys died there, Marxist.
Yeah, it was pretty scrappy, but they're going to have a superior number of players out here. This is where I would really like to see Sparkle Gang commit to blocking this, but they are not. Or they're going to do it really late. Stoke is coming out here, kind of leading in the fight, and here we go. So they were a little slow, but so was Black Swan, so... they were not punished for that, and they're going to end up holding off of this momentarily. They forced Slin early last time. June's going to try to get in, not going to happen. They need to start pulling their assets back, because in comes this Uber. No, juggled Stoke. He is not going to make it through that shutter door, and that's going to be a big 2 down on them. We'll see if the Black Swans try to feed in here. I would go in just to try to get Split.
And
here they go. Yeah, they're all over the point, too. There we go. It's almost like they listened to us, Cornpop.
Yeah, no, I mean, that was certainly the best last push I think they performed all night. Just ran in there and but there was no response as there was a scout on the point. It wasn't even that fast. I mean, standard 2 times cap. Now we're here in a 3-0 game, and Sparkle Gang need to change something because they're losing to this team that they've previously beaten on Granary at week 2 or 3. Mirrorman, big bomb in, looking for Split the medic, but good surf dies anyways. Not what he wanted. It was that skill stick from Mirrorman taking down the medic. Great job from that bomb. Jinx does get taken out on point, and Lily's just jumping all around the point. Got 3 frags at least in that point. Still pushing forward. He's completely turned this around for his team, and now he's in a 1v1 with Midas. He doesn't have heals though, so Midas is going to be able to escape with his life back with Mr. Slin, but big mid from Lily saving that for his team.
Yeah, and again, just like last mid, Slin survives. So here we are. Mr. Slin going to run back in here. They're pretty slow to get on the point because of all the respawns, but they don't feed it in that early, do the Black Swans. So we'll see here. See, this is the time where I would like Sparkle Gang to feed 2 players to try to pop this Uber instead of letting it come in.
And it looks like they're just pushing forward with this big not Sparkle Gang, but Black Swan ball. Pushing forward, they lost their scout, and this is a great position. I think they want to pop it. That's looking to be the play. They've got a lot of players in on choke with them, but they just can't do enough damage fast enough. They're gonna have to settle for taking down these players who are in behind, and now we see the counter push coming in from the Sparkle Gang. They didn't even lose anybody as they managed to get that Uber charge out. Not a great pop at all by the Black Swans, and they might even be in danger of losing Mr. Slin. He's being pressured back. He's managed to escape once again. June ended up getting taken down by Exile, and there's still some players back behind. It is going to be Ether who took down Smitty, so they know he's back there for sure. He's just jumping around the point. They got to be very careful because if he goes for a big bomb here, and there's no scouts looking at him, he's going for Split. He misses rockets. He's dead.
Yeah, Split used the terrain there to his advantage. And they're going to try to get in here. A Chariot Uber, good old-fashioned stuff. Going for Slin. This is what you need to do. There we go. They take Slin out straight away. Unfortunately, going to let that soldier go. He will run into that kit and be right back, right as rain. Also, a player in Lily is stuck over here by themselves, but the frags are going to come out. Can they get this heavy, though? I think the answer is no. Gonna try to do the big shot there. Not gonna be able to take out the heavy. Scouts come out Soldiers are now the ones on the point. Mr. Slin is going to be the one to block the point. He's all over it. Now it's a demo. No, Split's not going to go for it.
Unbelievable split takes down Mr. Slin. Mr. Slin from across the map. Holy. He's going to get that. He's going to have a huge Uber ad. Might even be like a full 100% to 0. As Split is in a good position to push right back in on that last point. Man, I totally thought they had it before Mr. Slin came in with the clutch Uber saw, blocked the point, killed the player, and then got air shot by the enemy team's medic. 90% already from Split, so they're going to be looking to get in right away. Jinx has already built that gun up to level 2. He's on Engineer. Going to be trying to stall this point for as long as possible. Obviously, Mr. Slin only at 30%, so he's not probably going to get his Uber charge unless they're super slow on the side of Sparkle Gang. Even still, they're being pretty slow on this right-hand side. They can kind of afford to be, and now they've taken down the sentry gun, so that's no longer a threat. They still haven't popped it off. 61% from Mr. Slin now. They have popped it off, and they're looking for the heavy frag. They're going to get it right before Jinx can get into that spawn door, and that's going to be important. They get Ether as well, who's disconnected from the team. Now they're up in this upper area. They're going to get exiled. This is all the frags. They've lost nobody. They shouldn't lose the round at this point. There they go, standing all over it. And finally, Sparkle Gang get around the board.
Now puts it 3-1. Good solid round there from Sparkle Gang. I gotta say though, if I killed Slin with that arrow, I'd have stuck around to shoot at the demo too, but that's just my hubris talking. But we'll see. Can they win a mid here? Can Sparkle Gang win?
Ether's super aggressive right into the enemy team demo. He wanted to get that fast demo pick, but he wasn't able to get it. Ended up just dying. So now you see Black Swan are down at the beginning of this mid-fight, and they're eating a lot of damage as well. They smartly are going to choose to back off, but losing Exile is a big deal. No Demo Man is going to mean it's tough to hold on to the second point. A lot easier for the Sparkle Gang to just come in and try to take it from you, roll off of this player advantage they got during the mid-fight. We'll see if they actually are able to do that. Slin surfing out, it seems like all of Black Swan are backing off, so this is going to be a second point as well as a mid-point going in favor of Sparkle Gang. They want to bring this comeback, Marxist.
Yeah, and they are on pace to do it. Now, this is the scenario. They're going to send in Lily, who has had some good suicides so far tonight, but just going to get out here. We'll see what they decide to do. I still don't like that positioning from their team. I'll have to talk to them about that. But here we are. We'll see what they're going to do. Lily coming in sneaky behind. No one saw it. Slin's right there!
What?
Oh, no! Oh, it was like Lily couldn't believe what they were seeing. And unfortunately, Slin, he may have to change his pants after that, but he survived.
Oh man, if Lily could see through walls, Slin would be a dead man. Of course, couldn't expect the medic to be there. A bit of a strange situation for Lily. Now Lily's come up on Spy though, and we'll see if she stays. I'm not sure. Midas is on Sniper to try to counter whatever shenanigans get thrown at them. Of course, they can't just sit on this last for the rest of the game. They are up 3-1. They'd like to get some more rounds on the board, and they sure wouldn't like to be, or would like to be off of their last. So Lily staying on that Spy class, sneaking in through lobby, hasn't been spotted yet. Ooh, bumps the demo. Did he get seen? I don't know. Gets the frag regardless.
Good enough.
Yeah.
Will they go? The time, they do not have all the time in the world. We'll see though. Are they gonna? Lily's gonna go for a second frag. Falls off Mr. Slin. No.
Oh,
he gets it anyway.
With the revolver.
With the revolver. He did it.
Now they've popped their Uber charge and they're still pushing forward. They're getting a couple of these frags, a 4-on-4 at the moment, but of course one team is all shiny. Split Uber charge has run out now, and a big sticky from Exile, and bombing from Ether might be turning this around. Doesn't even matter if they got the med drop. Etney is very low. Stochastic gets like a nice frag onto Ether, but their spawns are coming in from 6 Lack, aka Black Swan, and they're going to be able to hold on to that last point. So sad that they weren't able to convert that into a round.
What a great play by Lily. A great series even. Kills demo, kills med. Team still can't win it for him at the end. Well, they are countering this about as hard as you possibly could. They are going to take Mirror Man out. And they've got a bit of an Uber advantage. If they really push this through, there is a Heavy and Jinx back there who switches off. So it's never going to get easier. Lily's leading the charge, already in. They are pushing through this. They're going to try it. They are get all over the point, but there's a back cap. And that is going to stop everything. Put the brakes on Jinx with the back cap.
Oh, back cap can be really risky because you might just be putting your team 5v6, but that was perfect timing. They have to cap the second point off now. I don't even know what they're doing all over last. They're trying to get frags, I suppose, but they've lost 3, including their medic already, and now the Uber charge is coming out of Mr. Slin. Stochastic shouldn't live as he's facing an Ubered scout. Finally, Midas does take him down. He was taking his time. He didn't need to rush there, so they got the second point, but it doesn't really matter. They're going to lose it unless Black Swan don't want to push out here, so good, really good back cap attempt in the midst of that, and they're still fighting on second. They don't even want to stop Marxist. They're going to get Midas, and with that, they're going to be able to hold on to the second point. They lose June right at the end from around the corner. The sticky does manage to get onto him, so they're still holding on a 5v5 fighting over this point, and it looks like we're back in the same position we've been stuck in for a while now.
Indeed we are. So, what a crazy exchange. That was a lot of fun to watch, but we're stuck back right here, and we're now going to see a different player try Spy. It will not be Lily. If they're really smart there over on Sparkle Gang, they will show Lily running around on Scout. And we get the voice comm of Spy.
They've seen Lily, though.
Yeah, so maybe they'll think this off class isn't happening now.
They certainly don't seem super cautious. Obviously, I mean, there's been a lot of Spy shenanigans this game. They're going to be checking their backs every now and again, but they don't seem like they know for sure, and they don't really have any reason why they would know. Midas is still on Sniper class, so he could get a big pick anytime soon, but it's really June who's running around who I'm concerned about getting a big pick here. They're almost jumped straight into him, and he actually did hit him with that rocket, but I'm not sure anybody saw.
Yeah, I don't know if he noticed at all.
So.
Doesn't look like it.
Wow.
So we'll see here. Slin is running around up top. Will it happen? Slin's in the panic room, and we're seeing either on my internet died or we have a pause.
It's a pause. So this is a very interesting position to be pausing at. The sniper is kind of turning around. Midas, he could be going back to check for a spy right now. We'll see what he does. He looks to be running towards spawn, so could just be getting off sniper. But obviously June in a very sneaky position. Mr. Slin's up there, but Mr. Slin's doing a lot of turning around. Unless there's a big distraction or something, it's going to be tough for June to be able to get this frag.
What I like to imagine this pause is for is that June is going to stab and then butter knife Mr. Slin and then shoot him down with the revolver, and then Slin's gonna pause the game, buy a plane ticket, and physically assault members of his own team. But we'll see. I don't know what's really gonna happen here. It all comes down to the spy play. I don't see a lot doing. There is that sniper who's not a factor in anything coming up in the next several seconds. So we're not going to see Split get headshot or something immediately upon unpausing. The trouble with Spy now, so here's the other thing. Think when you play on a team, you want to think of how you're matching up. So we have a sentry gun that if a spy shows himself, will shoot. However, our medic, who's likely to be the target of said spy, is standing in a room or an area where the sentry gun cannot shoot. That's not working. There's no synergy there, Cornpop.
Oh, he's still contemplating. Nothing has happened as we've unpaused now, Marxist. We're still kind of in the same situation. Midas is back to his spot that he was standing in earlier. And one thing I did kind of want to talk about, as we're still in a downtime, is we were talking about the advantages of having a soldier off class instead. But now that you are down a soldier and you have 2 scouts, it's hard to kind of send in like a sack play. You've only got 1 soldier to do it with because the other one's up on spy. So if you want to do some sort of soldier spy combo synergy, it's going to be tough. Now the decloak's coming up from June and he sees Mr. Slin, but Slin is aware, and there we go. Mirror Man takes him down. So unsuccessful this time.
Yeah, June unfortunately stayed committed to the knife, and thus whipped on the second stab and did nothing. So here we are. Fortunately, Midas is going to go down there as well as the counter, and we'll see what they decide to do now. I personally would be in favor of having a big peak. But nothing so far. They're running in here.
They got the sentry gun. Okay, I was about to say they spotted it, but they were even able to get the frag onto it, and they popped their Uber charge off. They're gonna go straight off that, and they get a Devilman frag immediately. So this is actually a really good Uber charge from them. They were un-Ubered on point for just a minute there to shoot an arrow, but it seems like they're still getting the frags they want to. They lose to Stochastic, but they still got 5 players alive. Split is in a dangerous position, very low HP, now reconnecting with the team, and they're still this heavy. They got so much time on point, and nobody's able to block it. So already, Marcus, we're in a 3-2 game. The comeback might just be happening.
Now, this is a 1-7 team who's been losing this match, and that was a perfect go at last. That was beautiful. And that was actually so hard, I doubt many teams could execute it properly.
I was shocked they even attempted it, but here they are. Still now down, but only by 1 at this point. Fighting over this next mid fight, and they've been doing decently on these mids. We'll see how this one ends up turning around. Mirrorman tried to bomb and he's a bit caught out. He should be going down here, but actually ends up getting a trade for it anyways. Finds June, so that's good by him. But still, it seems like most of the Black Swan crew are in an aggressive situation. They're getting some damage onto the Devilman, and Exile cleans up the final frag. This is going to be the other team backing off Sparkle Gang. They need to keep their players alive at this point. They can't really afford to lose anymore if they want to hold on to the second point. Even still with the players they've got alive, it's going to be kind of tough. It depends really how aggressive Black Swan want to get. And it looks like they're still poking in. They want to get something. They lost Jinx, though.
Yeah, you lead in with Jinx there, see if they can get anything. Because if Jinx gets a frag there, then you've probably won the game. You can just park the bus, eat popcorn for 8 minutes, and go home with the W. But the Uber is actually coming in now. We'll see if they can manage to force Slynn or really accomplish anything. I don't know that I agree with that play. It worked on last there. It does exchange the Ubers. Mirrorman is still dead. They do manage to get a scout way back here. And they're going to kill Ether straight away. There is a scout caught out here, but nobody can hit him. That's Jinx running away. Nothing doing with that. And Stoke and June are going to end up dying. And now I think Sparkle Gang is going to lose their farm. It's the Great Depression, and we're going to have to move to California now.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to be seeing a 4-2 game, but I mean, it depends. This is still possible to hold. Slynn doesn't have an Uber charge, but they got to get onto the point right now, and it's not going to happen. They're going to lose that. It's a 4-2 game. There's less than 10 minutes remaining. Should still be more than 5. That's my internal clock speaking, though. So we'll see how it is. 5:45, Marxist.
Yeah, well done. Theoretically possible, but
Tough.
I would expect to see a hard soldier bomb here.
Well, they're not going anything hard just yet. They're now all in the middle point. Looking to be getting some spam down, and they're playing it somewhat passively, which they really can't be in this situation. It's actually Black Swan who are getting aggressive now, and they're gonna pay for it. Ether goes down, but they're going in for Split, and Split's gonna end up going down in the end, so this isn't going great at all. But Black Swan actually gonna get stomped on. Etney gets a nice frag onto Midas, and they're gonna get Jinx as well. So in the end, it seems like Sparkle Gang have won this now. They managed to get Mr. Slynn on that, so it's a good thing because they did lose Split as well. Only Exile actually staying alive, so not really as fast as they wanted, but they did get it done.
Yeah, theoretically, this could be okay. A Split in my situation, if our roles were reversed, I would be going crits. Because you need to you have to hope that you're just going to throw in that crit sticky, blow Slynn out of the water, and try to win this game right then and there. And I think that's about their only chance, because they've got to go here.
Yeah, you can see them just pushing in dry. It's 50% for both medics. Mirrorman, however, does a big bomb and gets down to somebody. Lily at the exact same time ends up going down. Mirrorman dies for that, but who cares? He got what he wanted, and now they're pushing back all the way. We can see them back on this middle point. Sparkle Gang are in a tough spot. Split's pretty low. They lose their Stochastic Scout as well. I think this is probably the end of the Sparkle Gang. They've just lost so much momentum right there, and they're still being pushed back, and you can tell Split doesn't want to pop the supercharge off because the plan is to pop it on the enemy team second. Now they're on their own second.
He doesn't have Uber combat.
Oh, that's right. Right, he doesn't have Uber either. So many reasons not to pop. It's tough. It's a rough life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Slyn was the Sparklies that we were hearing, not the Sparkle Gang. But unfortunately, they're gonna stop. And now begins the slow death of the Sparkle Gang because the clock is their primary enemy at this time. And it looks like Black Swan are just gonna let them fight that enemy instead.
Yeah, kind of rough if you're a Sparkle Gang fan. They're gonna try it. They gotta keep holding that W key. They run in this middle point. Gonna take this even Uber exchange. It's a solo Uber onto Etney. They're hoping theirs can be a bit longer. Now both have faded though, and no frags have gone down. Still soldiers jumping up all over the place, and it seems like slightly better positioning from the Sparkle Gang. So they're managing to push them out. Finally, Exile goes down, and without a demo man, they are choosing to back off. So they got it done. They didn't really get all the glamour for it. Didn't get a whole bunch of frags, but they got one, and that was all they need. Slow and steady grind, but slow and steady grind isn't going to be enough at this point.
Yeah, but we're going to run out of time here, even if they succeed. We're going to see, hopefully, a push in here to second. And in this scenario, you're just asking yourself, where's our first pick? What is going to be our first pick? We're going to pull them back, have a soldier behind. No pick is going down, and a back cap is now occurring, or a flank play. So now our time is very limited. But Stoke is going to get Slyn. Uber's going to be popped off. Smitty's going to die to Mirror Man's skill stick. I think that's the second skill stick frag of the match. Lily's going to die to Pipes, and I think that's pretty much all she wrote here. Ether and Jinx are going to die, though. They're turning it around. The defense is not going that poorly.
Yeah, Stochastic's got to win a 1v1 against Midas, and Midas is actually now on to Split. If he can get this frag, this will be really big for his team. Split has ran back kind of towards the enemy as he's still hiding from the scout. Midas jumping around. He hasn't been taken down just yet. Keep in mind, they still haven't even capped the second point. They're going to get that squared away now. Midas is making its way back to his team, so no longer behind. But again, it's a slow, steady grind. It's working for them, but they've got to do this much faster than they're doing it. And at this point, the time is going to be a factor. I don't know. I don't think it's impossible, but it's got to be getting there.
Yeah, you're going to have to just run the table to tie the game and go to overtime. This push has to work very quickly. I would suggest being through the door before you get Uber. They're going to wait just a hair. In we go. There's the sentry gun. That is going to be a big problem, Cornpop.
They get it down eventually, but it wasn't the fastest takedown I've ever seen. Doing a good job, got some sticks off the point, but now there's a heavy out, and that's going to be 300 extra health they have to deal with, and Mirror Man's on the right-hand side just causing havoc. Got a good frag onto Lily. Split going down as well as he got shot by a rocket. So with this defensive Uber being popped and everybody dead on the enemy team, I think that's the nail in the coffin, the final one. I'm going to call it right there. I'm not sure the score. They could still maybe get one more, but it is going to be Black Swan getting their revenge on Sparkle Gang.
Well, and now it's just what can you do to your stats? Smitty's going to add a death. Split's going to add a death. And Stoke is going to add a domination and a revenge. So here we go. Maybe they can get something here. We're in garbage time if you're familiar with European TF2. And this is pretty much going to be it here eventually. But a very neat game. The GGs are coming out. I'm happy with what we saw. We saw a really great spy play. And we got to see a heavy standing on top of Spire completely block a push when the other team had full Uber advantage.
Yeah, that was pretty exciting. I'm not even gonna lie. I like seeing that heavy play. The creative stuff you can do is I think quite a bit broader than most teams take advantage of.
All right, well, I'm going to do the world's fastest stat rundown, and the reason for it is because I believe we have more TFTV being brought to you soon, right?
Should be. Do some stats and I'll figure that out.
Okay, well, there may be additional TF2 after this TF2, which you've just had the pleasure of viewing. So, here we go. Split, did he recover 22 Ubers and 2 drops to 27 and 2 drops from Slyn? So, Split, much better second half overall. Slyn actually had quite a bit rougher second half. As you'll recall, Slyn only had 3 deaths at the end of the first half, and now totes 14. So Slyn I think they really noticed that 3 and had a discussion about it at halftime and corrected their strategy. As far as top damagers, it's still Mirror Man, nearly being beaten out by his Demo Man in Exile with 280 and 274 respectively. The top players over on Sparkle Gang, though, Lily really stepping it up. That's no surprise. Lily had a great second half tonight, and Etney still in the number. Well, no, actually, Etney actually falls out of the number 1 BPM position by 0.2. Going 36 and 30. Pretty good night for a pocket these days. Your King Fragger, though, for the night, Lord of the Frags, is actually Jinxed, who goes 46 and 23. A great night for a scout. Does quite a bit of damage as well. So Jinxed having a great game tonight on Process. And also, funny enough, Split getting 2 frags, one of which was the Mr. Slin himself.
Yeah, that was a big one that I like to see. But going back to the other match that is happening on Team Fortress TV 2, there is the Sandblast solo cast of Velocity Esports taking on Cat Noises. Bit of a mismatch, but still a good one so far. It seems 3-1 is the current scoreline, and there's a lot of back and forth going on. As I say that, Cat Noises kind of just all died. But either way, it seems to be a good match. So if you want to hear Sandblast's wonderful voice and wonderful analysis all at once, go check that one out because we are done over here. I would like to thank you all for tuning in. My name's Cornpop. Obviously, we've been here with Gabe on production and Marxist is my co-caster. So we appreciate you coming out. There will be obviously that game on TFTV 2, so make sure you head over there, and we'll see you later.